Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Finesse Sam analysis of forex. So guys, I'm going to give you the strategy and the analyzation of today. So as we are going back to the weekly time frame, this is the weekly time frame. We have seen that, yes. Before you go there, we can see that if you're not watched my previous video, make sure you watch, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment. If you have any queries, you can ask, because some of the people have asked me how we can identify the support levels and resistance levels. We can do, and you can look at the previous video. So guys, today I'm going to show you what gold is going to happen before the news will be released at around 3:30 today. Yeah, the news which has been released. So let's go back. Let's go to this is the which time frame is this? This is the weekly time frame. As we can see, we can see that this is a strong resistance. Gold is around 1978-1981 levels. We can see this is a very strong resistance, and we cannot ignore this, because this shows that gold can immediately change the trend to a bearish trend. But because of the news that are happening on the Middle East crashes, the gold can continue to rise. As you can see, the RSI, this is the MACD. The MACD is saying it's in a neutral position. So anytime we can let me try to, yeah, you can see the MACD. It's showing that this thing is in a bearish. It is in a bearish move, and you can see we are in a neutral position where it can change trend and continue to go back down and down to the bearish trend. And then that's on the weekly time frame. So next week we can expect gold to go bearish until these levels. We can until these levels around 1900. Yeah, at these levels around 1900. This is on the weekly time frame. And then we go to daily time frame. This is the daily time frame. Okay, sorry, let me expand this. Yeah, this being on a daily time frame, we should not ignore this. Despite the gold being on bullish, we should not ignore this. These are the levels which are very critical. So these levels can change the trend and make gold to go bearish, or else when they break this point, we can see the gold going to 2000, 1990, 2000 levels. As let me try to show you this. Okay, you can go to the object. Yeah, you see this. You can see gold is in a critical position. These are resistance levels. This is a resistance level, this one. As you can see, that is a resistance level. Let me try to make it in a way you can see them. Yeah, gold is in a critical position. As you can see, this is a resistance. It made a support around here, so this support was a resistance. It became a resistance to this, to the bearish trend, made a resistance, came here, support, confirmed the resistance, went back down. It tried to go back to the resistance, but it was very weak, and then went back down. As you can see, now we are in a critical phase. This is a very critical phase, because this is a 1980 levels. We can wait for it to break 1980 levels to 1990, and then after that we move to 2000 levels and 2100 levels. So guys, be very careful when you're buying this, because anytime gold can change and go back down, because you can remember as it left these pending on orders at around 1837. So this means that one day gold will come back and confirm these pending orders. You understand guys? That is on a daily time frame. Let's go to the hour time frame. We can go to 4-hour time frame. This is a 4-hour time frame. We can see what gold has been doing on this 4-hour time frame. We can see gold it rallied up, made a consolidation here. It made a support levels at around 1920, went back again, rose up at around 1950. That was yesterday. It made support levels there. So guys, the gold has risen up to 1980 yesterday, past 1980, it will break that resistance, and then we can see gold going up and up until 1990 level. But guys, be very careful, because it can make a resistance here, as I told you in the previous in the daily time frame. It can make a resistance there and back down, consolidate at around back to 1950. So guys, be very careful before the news. And you see this around 1973, yeah, 1973 can be our support levels. This 1973 can be our support level. So when it breaks that 1970, 1973, 1970, and start goes to in a bearish trend, we can wait it for, we can sell at around 1970. You sell at around 1970 to 1950 levels, and then after 1950 levels, it went, if it goes, continues to go bearish, you can sell at a 1950 and go back to 1923. Make sure you put the stop losses and take profits, because gold can, it's very volatile, very noisy, and it can do you harm if you don't put those stop losses. So let's go to another that's a 1 hour time frame. This 1 hour time frame, as you can see, the moving average shows that the gold is still buying and buying and buying. It's going long, and it's very strong. You can see it consolidated around, yesterday it consolidated around 1950. This was a demand zone. As I told you, I show you on my previous video how to identify a demand zone. This was a demand zone. You can see that was a demand zone. And then this also, it's a demand zone. Let me show you guys. This also was a demand zone. As you can see, this was a demand zone. It broke, yeah, it broke this demand zone, went to a bearish, broke these resistance levels, went back and back and back. So guys, we can be very careful. This, it can try to make a demand zone or a supply zone. So be very careful. When it breaks 1970 and continues to go down, make sure you what you sell. When it is around 1975 and it makes a demand zone, you can buy that and wait for 1980, 1990, 2000 levels. So guys, that is on a 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes time frame, the same thing happens. This is a support, it made another support, and this can also be a support. Actually, it can be a very strong support. So when it is around 1974, make sure you buy and wait it for breakout to around 1980. When it breaks out to 1980, we can move to around 1985. And remember, 1985 is strong resistance according to the daily time frame. So if it reaches 1985, you can remove your profits and wait it for to break out 1985 to 1990 level, because after 1985 it can decide to go back bearish to around 1974. So guys, that can be a loss. So if you've bought around 1970, you can wait it, buy until 1985, and then you can close your trade, because anything can happen. And around 1985, it can change a trend back to the bearish, because that is a very strong support. If it does not do this week, this today, then it can continue to next week. And remember, this week and last week was a full bullish. It was a full bullish. It went long for this week and last weekend. So guys, make sure you confirm, you be careful on that 1985. So this can be a support. So for small buying, you can buy around 1974 and continue going bullish. And then if it breaks around 1974 and continue to go bearish, you can sell around 1970, 1969, and then you wait for 1960, back to 1960, 1950 levels. Guys, I hope you understand that. And then let's go to if we went to a 1 minute time frame, you can see it has made a support around it has made a support at around this. It has made a support around 1974. So this was a good buying area, and then it can move up and up and up. This is another strong support. It has already made around 1978. So guys, we can, if it breaks this is a resistance. So if you are trading right now, this is the best time to trade. You can wait for it to break this 1980 levels. If it breaks 1980 levels, we can move to around 1985 levels past 1990 levels. And remember, 1985, as I told you, it's a strong resistance. Go back and go bearish very strongly at around 1985. And if it breaks 1985, it can move with a very strong bullish candle to around 1990, 1990. Thank you for your support, guys. Okay, if we move to this, the MACD shows that we are going on bullish. It's tried to consolidate around 1978, but it's continuing on bullish. Here, let's go to RSI. RSI shows it is on a selling zone. Selling zone on a daily 1 minute time frame, but we can use let's use 30 minute time frame. 30 minutes time frame shows it's on a overbought. So if the prices are overbought, remember that selling is almost coming. And then we can see that on a 1 hour time frame, the RSI shows it's about 70. It's overbought. So guys, if it's overbought, make sure you are very serious on that, because if you buy stupidly here and then it's changed strength, it can really back you because we are on overbought, and you must go back to neutral position and oversold. So guys, be very careful. Thank you for your time. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Make sure you comment and like, share that video.